So then we have a little another montage where we see him grow from 12, and the next thing is like he's a young man, maybe early 20s, very fit, very nice, neatly trimmed beard, right? In one little scene where he's playing with some kids and making snowman with them. In the very next scene, he looks like this. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what that. I don't know where the candy got dropped off in the Laughing Valley of Ho Ha Ho. Is he eating snow? Is it very rich? Is it not snow? Is it sugar? What happened to make him go from svelte to sfat? I don't understand what that is, but he did. He's in his early 40s and a fat guy. Listen, it'll happen to you too. But
maybe
I
it's because he's been in the Valley of Ho Ha Ho so long, his body has just got into like hibernation mode.
There you go. Yeah,
like
he's
has
to insulate himself. That makes sense. So he's just sitting there absent-mindedly. I don't know what he's doing. He's been living in this valley for, let's say, 30 years in this church that they found, doing nothing because he hasn't started making toys yet, crucially, because he doesn't make a toy yet until now. He just decided to we hear outside and he looks outside and there's a boy half frozen to death in the snow, and they thaw him out, and he says, "Hi, my name is Winkum. I was wandering away from the village, and I guess I fell into that snowbank and I got lost. But thanks, everybody. Hello, my name is Claus. And this is Shiegra, a lion, and this is my little elf friend Tingler, who you've never met anybody that looks like him, so it'll be totally not freaked out to you. Also, a small black cat that just got introduced into the story for no reason at all. His name is Blinky. Oh, what a wonderful kitty cat. I'd love to have one of my very own, but I'm tired. I'm going to go back to sleep now." So overnight, Claus whittles a wooden cat that looks like Blinky, and he gives them to Winkum in the morning, and Winkum is so excited. And then he takes him back into the village. There was he says, "Hello, Winkum. I'm Claus. Would you like to be my special friend?" And it's very, very not it doesn't ring well. It also doesn't. It feels even worse when you hear what Winkum says when he comes back and meets all the kids in the village. He says, "This is Claus. I slept at his house, and when I woke up, there was a big surprise." And it's like, all right. I mean, you
modern favors not doing us, like modern society not doing us any favors.
You could have phrased it differently. And so then there's a very long song sung by the kids of the village, which is just like, "Big surprise, big surprise. I want a cat with yellow green eyes." And so they're all like very nicely sharing this one wooden cat that they're passing around that looks like, "I want a cat too. Please also give me a cat too, Claus. I would love a cat of my very own. I so do want a kitty." And they tell all of this to Claus, and then they go, and they turn around and walk away. They don't even wait for him to say yes or no. But he's like, maybe I should whittle little presents for all the children of the village.
Okay, like not one dog person in the bunch, and B, like, I don't know, maybe ask Claus how his day's going. Like, you're just, damn.
So he conscripts a bunch of Ryls and wood nymphs and sound imps, bunch of different versions of the elves, to come to his little church turned toy shop and help him make a bunch of wooden toys for all the kids of the village. And he does this literally every day, and then brings the toys literally every day to the village to give away to the children who are running out of room for toys because there aren't that many kids in the village, and you just keep doing this over and over again. So he's done this for a while now, and then somebody throws a rock through the window of Santa's toy shop with a note wrapped around it. And it says, if you Mr. Claus, if you make another toy, we're coming for you. Signed, the King of the Awgwas. But by the way, his name is King Awgwa of the Awgwas. It's not spelled that way, but I'm guessing old L. Frank didn't speak Spanish, because it is very odd to name the villain of your story King Water. So Tingler's like, who is the Awgwas? Says Santa Claus. Tingler's like, oh no, it's terrible. The Awgwas are a race of monsters that live up in the hills, and they use mind control powers to control the children and make them do bad things, like not making their beds. And it's like he actually says like disobey their parents or whatever, but it's like one of the things is not make their beds.
Of course.
So these Awgwas make children naughty. And it's not their fault. They have no agency. It's the Awgwas using mind control powers to do it. I don't know what the Awgwas get out of it. Like, that's never really fully stated, but they just do it because they're evil. So the late it says it says also just a little helpful tidbit. It is said they can make themselves invisible, says Tingler, and then he goes very, very creepily and ominously as he closes the door to his own bedroom. Good night. Like I just told you they can sneak into your house without you knowing and kill you. Anyway, good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And so they sneak in. They're invisible. They have ropes. They tie up Shiegra. And they kidnap Claus. And the very next scene is Claus tied up, gagged in a cave with a giant cobra and a giant spider. And he's able to like wiggle out of the gag and go, "Nooks of the forest, come save me, please." And immediately, like two nooks, not Peter Nook, a different guy.
This is a dark, man.
They're very dark,
like
very dark.
Kids.
Santa's going to be eaten by a giant spider. Merry Christmas. So a couple of nooks go, "Hey, get out of here, creatures. All nooks can control all creatures. Go away." And so the creatures do. It's like, what does he say? Save me, oh ye nooks of the forest. Right? And the nooks come and they say, "Here we are, nooks. Who are you? How do you know the secret call?" So the cooked secret call is, "Save me, oh ye nooks of the forest." If he hadn't said it like that, they wouldn't have shown up.
No.
It's like, "I am a friend of your brother Peter Nook," says Santa. So then we actually get to meet the Awgwas, not in invisible form. Here is King Awgwa. You're not ready for this. This is King Awgwa.
Why does he have a gold chain?
He's blinged out.
He looks like the guy that was like the Viking on January 6th.
Yeah.
This is like what
I do love how he's put bracelets on his big horns.
Yeah.
He's totally blinged out.
He really is. He wants people to know, like, hey,
Right.
I'm doing all right as king.
Yeah.
RESPECT. Click the subscribe button and find out what it means to me. Nah, that doesn't have a ring to it. But if you like videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, subscribe now.